Looks like we are rolling and rolling and rolling along, rolling and rolling. Looks like we are rolling and rolling and rolling along, rolling and rolling. Looks like. And let's tools. Browse custom docs. No, that's not it. Full screen. Trying to make sure everyone is good to go. Make sure that everyone's on YouTube, is watching on YouTube. There we go. Lower. Mama. Hey, Algie, how are you? I'm just waiting for the stream to set up. Uh, do I see a vast snow plane across? Actually, it is snowing in Japan, or infinite sand dunes. No, it is snowing so much in Japan. Actually, let me take a picture and I'll share it in the chat. It is nuts. Just nuts. No, this right here is just paper towel. I'll take a picture of it. It is just it's stupid. Stupid. A whole lot of stupid how much snow there is right now in the uh, that's going on right now. It's it's quite a lot, to say the least. Yeah, so we're about to start this what's it called um, we're about to start this live stream. So super excited. Are we well? What are we painting? Yeah, yeah, we're painting. We're painting. We're about to paint. So for some reason, it's not letting me do restream. This is the Twitch one. I don't want the Twitch one. I want the restream one. Because then I can actually look at all the settings. Stream. No, that's not it. Oh well. Crafting stream. Yeah, it's Sisters of Battle. We're going to be painting the shadows on Sisters of Battle, and actually, I'm probably going to turn on this light up here. That way, you can see it better. Oh well, maybe. Maybe. Let's see if see what the camera says. Like, yeah, we need that other light up top. All right, let me go step back real quick. So that should be a little better. Should be. I don't know. Tell me, Algie. You tell me. You could set it up in a way that looks like yeah, the army's in a monumental war movie. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. It would just help if I had my. Uh, it would just help if I had my what's it called? My um, chat. That way I can full screen interface. No, that works, but that doesn't. Scene mixer, custom browser docs. Nope, that doesn't help me. So anyway, I don't know why it's. I don't know why it's not working. It's somewhat frustrating, to say the least. But but I hope it's doing well. So I hope you're doing well, Algie, too. How's your holidays been, man? Holla what? Yeah. Yeah. If you have any holidays. I am trying to initiate this chat, but it's not letting me. File. Settings always on top. Profile, show folder settings. No, that's not it. Lock preview, transform. No, that's definitely not it. Advanced audio properties. Status bar. No, it's not it either. Scenes, docs. New scenes, tools. Doc link output. No, that's not it. Scene switcher help. Flash files. I don't want to check for updates. Alright, well, that's frustrating. Media request. No, that's not it. Well, we'll just do this. We'll just do the chat, the Twitch chat, and do it that way, and just have an eye on. Actually, we'll just have an eye on YouTube if that's the case, seeing as we got Twitch chat. Uh, what's it called? Hey, dudes, sorry to barge in and somewhat self-advertise. If you're gonna barge in and somewhat self-advertise, why are you apologizing? Apologizing. Like, uh, look, man, I'm trying to raise money for a charity, and I understand you're doing a fan film. Great, good on you. I appreciate that you're doing it, but this is a charity live stream to raise money for cancer, not to promote. You didn't see it in the title. Sure. So, uh, you know, okay, here's the golden rule, because I'm assuming you're new to streaming. You don't advertise your channel in someone else's stream. That's called stream sniping. Well, there's other stream sniping too, which is if you're playing a game and then you see another streamer and you realize you're fighting that streamer in an active shooter and you shoot him, right? Or in a first person shooter scenario, and you realize where he is on the map and you snipe him. But yeah, two types of stream sniping. You're doing one of them. So it's okay. You probably didn't know, but I'm trying to do this for One Up on Cancer. and you're just advertising a fan film. Again, super excited that you made one. Would love to see it. Something that you should have privately messaged me after the fact. Because you're on Twitch. So it shows that you're a Prime member. So you could have messaged me privately and said, hey, check this out. Please promote it when you have a chance. If you want to. Like that's how it should be done. So just learn next time, man. Okay. All right, let's get our wet palette. Ooh, speaking about the wet palette, we need to wash this sucker off. It's got some dust on there. I'm going to try and take Sprue and Glue's advice and use the wet palette to thin the paint a little bit. Oh no. OBS needs an update. Okay, not now. So OBS OBS doesn't need an update. Come on. No, not now. Like I said, we're already. Oh hell, we're probably like 17 minutes in. Yeah, we're 17 minutes in. We haven't started. Let me finish this real quick, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, I'll step right back. Pro gamers would call this a chill stream. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is a chill stream, ladies and gents. Stream is 100% chill unless you piss me off. In which case, I will bring down the fiery wrath of the God Emperor on you. Ah. All right. Okay. I just have to remember to look up at the... Alright, so we are going to be doing shadow work on the Sisters of Battle, shade and shadow work, and get that squared away. Let me just message everyone in Discord. let's get into this, shall we? Okay. So we finished her. Actually, I think it might be better if I take the camera and rotate it. Now the question is, oh, my left to my right. I don't think this is working. I need a better camera setup. I really do. Okay, so we finished her. She's got some decent shadow work on her. As soon as she gets into focus. So we're just going to be doing the rest of these sisters. Now it's all jacked up. All right, well, we'll just have to focus on getting a better camera. Yeah, you can see her like that, I guess. All right, so these sisters are going to go over here for right now because they've got their shadow work done and done more professionally than I could ever. I'll tell you that much. So, okay, how do I know where I put the shadows on, right? Um, do you decide where the light is coming from? Kind of, sort of. So, remember I bought these pieces from, uh, I bought this army half done, basically. And as you can see on the top corner, right, there's the shadow work. So basically, the shadow work is all the folds and the bends in the cloak, and that's where you can tell where the shadows are coming from, right, from the light, right? Yeah. So that's kind of my rubric, as it were, when it comes to um, deciding where these cloaks or where the shadows are going to be. Um, and we got this girl right here, and we're almost done with the half painted models, and then we can work on the sisters that have just got the red and the white on them. So super excited. Okay, but make sure that this is like bone dry. It is. Good. Good. I'll probably have to clean this. So I'm using a wet palette, right? Now there's stains from excuse me. Now there's stains from when my daughter tried to paint this. So I have to run this through like a dishwasher and maybe scrub it off with some elbow grease. But it should not affect the colors of the paints that I'm using today. Um, so now a wet palette, what that does is it allows you to put more paint and water onto the palette. Actually, you know what? Just to avoid any sort of um, cross contamination, we'll flip over to the other side. We'll just do the same thing over here. It's no big deal. So, and allows you to thin your paint just a little bit uh, while you're doing your shadow work. So, we're going to do, for the light shadows, we're going to do a little bit of Adeptus, Administratum Gray. That's our layer for the shadow. And we're also going to have a little bit of water. See, and as you can tell on the palette, it's very runny, and that's how we make sure to thin the paint, right? But this is a pretty light gray to begin with, so it shouldn't be that harsh on the white. And what I probably should have done was thin out the white a little bit too, but I didn't. But like I said, I'm learning it as I go. Oh, too much. But that's okay. That's all right. We'll just drag this gray down. Just keep dragging it down. So yeah, it's a little watery for my tastes, but practice is always a key thing. And we also have to remember light doesn't always go in the direction that we expect it to. Like you can channel light, but light spills, and light is light. It doesn't have mass or anything. We can channel it, we can transform it, but at the end of the day, it's very, even though I said it doesn't have mass, but it's very fluid. You know, goes into places where we normally don't go. So we'll just thicken up this paint. There we go. Make sure that those are bubbles and not dirt. Yeah, those are bubbles. Okay, good. Turn it off just a little bit. And came down almost full way. Ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-bum. Ma-ba-dum, bum, ma-ba-dum. Na-na-na, and back again. All right. Okay, that's good. And we'll put a little light gray. See? We're already establishing the light gray onto the cloak. I wish there was a better way to... Oh, that looks a little bit better. Looks a little bit better showing the shot. There we go. So there's that. Oh, well. Okay. Oh, tired. I've had a week. Let me tell you about my week. My week's been tough. Let's see. Like you would think the week before the Christmas holidays, right? It would be nice, chill, relaxed, just cruising. Oh. Nope, definitely not. I have been slobber knockered, slammer rammered all kinds of bamboozled. It was just bamboozling. Uh, so what had happened uh, was we had a rotator come in, uh, and it was delayed. And a rotator basically drops off a whole bunch of people for the base, or picks up people so that way they can go back to the states. Um, and it's only it's a military charter flight. Like you can't just get on this flight and be like, hey, I want to go to this Air Force base. No, it's you have to be in the military to do it. But anyway, and you have to go, and for you to even get on to the aircraft, you just can't take. You can take a hop anywhere if you have a rotator. Uh, what's it called? If you had a rotator hub, but you have to have leave paperwork. You got to have orders and all that stuff. So, but this rotator came in, and for me to do customs, and first it came in late, super late. Came in at damn near 6 o'clock, 7ish, and then not only does it come in late, but then it breaks down, and I had to reprocess 200 and some odd personnel, and the first night was the longest because we didn't have everything ready for everybody, or we were spinning everything up to have everything ready for everybody. Like everyone was already in the process of making um, uh, preparations, but it still took us forever. I didn't get home until damn near 2 o'clock in the morning. Uh, so like I had pulled a very long. I pulled almost a 24-hour day. Um, Duty wise, I stayed up anyway because my wife was going to get up in like 2 hours. I had to shovel the snow because it's been snowing here nonstop, which was part of the reason why the aircraft didn't take off. It was just woof. Um, but like I said, we managed to get the job done, and um, there were some complaints, and you can never avoid it. You can never avoid complaints. Uh, some of the complaints made like the military news circuit, which I kind of didn't like, because it made us look out to be fucking idiots and made us look out to be idiotic, unreasonable, and unprepared. When that wasn't the case, like we knew that this could have been an eventuality, like the aircraft breaking down and people being stuck. Um, it just getting the pieces moving that first night took a while. Um, uh, and that really irritated me. That super irritated me because I read the article and I was like, these idiots don't even know what they're talking about. Or if they are talking to someone who's actually on the rotator itself, like this person's a goddamn diva kind of a deal. Um, but you know, anything in the press that's negative, they'll post. Um, and like they had legitimate complaints. um, there were legitimate concerns, but one person just was like, "I feel like I'm living in a refugee camp," and luckily, luckily, when he made that statement, it was on a public. It was anonymous, but it was posted to a public forum. Luckily, when he made that statement, everyone was like, "Okay, yeah," because refugee camps have Wi-Fi. you know, so I'm glad that that person got somewhat tarred and feathered, even though it was posted anonymously. It still irritated the hell out of me because it wasn't like we weren't trying. Um, and what was kind of funny was that, so like, I say I had a long week. I did, but I didn't. So the first big issue, right, was um, so that Tuesday the rotator broke down, and originally I had wanted to take leave. Um, Paint spots drying up, so we gotta make sure that no chunks stay in the get into the paint. Um, so originally, I had wanted to take leave Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to prepare for the holidays, right? Get the final shopping done. My wife and I were going to go out to dance today, but the weather was so bad that they gave the roads uh, um, uh, do not drive. There was a do not drive condition on the roads. Um, and if you had to drive, you had to be either essential workers, a emergency. It was an emergency situation, um, or you were an emergency vehicle. So and that was definitely not us. So our little dance thing for Caitlin's shindig that she bought tickets for got canceled, which was kind of sucks because like we had childcare set up and everything. And we were just like, we can finally have a date, because we made that little chuckle. So that kind of blew chunks. But you know, I also wanted to like I said, take Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off because I wanted to like do make sure that everything was squared away and do nice things for Caitlin over the holiday, or over the weekends and the holidays. But that didn't work out, right? Um, because that Tuesday night, I was stuck at the rotator for God knows how long. Uh, you know, well, I was stuck at the rotator until like 1:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, and then uh, Wednesday I just slept. I slept all day. I was done skis. Like I haven't pulled a 24-hour shift in a 24-hour duty day in quite some time. Um, I did it for an air show. I did it for um, actually the 3 air shows that I did were damn near almost 20-hour days, 24-hour days. Um, uh, I did it on a deployment. I did a 24-hour stint uh, transporting an inmate, or sorry, a confinee at Lakenheath uh, to a mental clinic up in London. Um, I'm trying to think of what else I did. Those were really the only the big like those were the ones. Those are the big things that stuck out in my mind. That was like we spent a lot of time up. And really, the deployment one. I mean, the deployment ones was kind of expected. I mean, if you don't stay up for, you know, 24 to 36 hours your first deployment schedule, like, because it's really traveling, and you sleep through like some of the stuff, but it's not good sleep. It's like you get your 1 hour here, your 2 hour here. Uh, oh, hey, Mike, where's your glass and magnifying? Where's your clamp and magnifying glass? I don't have it yet. Um, so I gotta get specially prescribed magnifying glasses because my eyesight is so shit. Clamp. As soon as I get one, I will definitely use it. Um, don't you worry. How have you been, Mike? How's Rule 9? How's the baby? For those of you that don't know, Mike is joining us on Facebook chat. And uh, um, the he was one of the many players on the Silesian campaign. He played Dulgrin, the dwarf cleric that managed to keep most of the party alive. I think he did a pretty good job keeping most of the party alive. Uh, no thanks to their efforts. The Ice Wolf Fenris. I've got some OP Legion of the Damned models unpainted. Gotta get amongst them. Yes, yes, absolutely. Old Legion of the Damned models. I tell you, if I had some hands on them, I would totally get Legion of the Damned. Actually, my next biggest project is finishing off my Guardsmen. And finishing off that paint scheme I started a long time ago. Oh hell, I think I have an example of one of them. No, that's not it. I have an example of one of them somewhere. Probably in this box. No, that looks like just sprues. Ah, well, they're the old. Everything's good here in the small town of Altus. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. I'm glad that that Rule 9 is back up and running, even though you guys opened after I left. I hope COVID hasn't hurt you guys as badly as I know other people have suffered. We're just trying to paint this sleeve, or at least shadow it up. But yeah, so yeah, so the first day of my leave, it was literally just sleep, and then the second day of leave, I was able to do some stuff around the house uh, that I wanted to do. You know, some cleaning and all that stuff. Um, luckily, luckily, oh, thank you for the follow, the Ice Wolf of Fenris. I appreciate it, my dude. Um, so yeah, um, yeah, it was a very interesting uh, what's it called, very interesting 24 hours, um, to say the least. So, oh, I know I'm taking my time with painting. I want to rest my eyes before I make a mistake. Try and get all this paint. Okay, now we got to do the front. And the front is really tough because you've got the Rosarius right there. I think I'm gonna just add a little more. Oh, it's already starting to feel gritty. Yeah, if I could go back in time and get some old hammer pieces, I definitely collect enough guard for a decent guard regiment, and I definitely would collect. Um, like I'd collect. I would prioritize. It'd be Praetorian, Mordian, the old stormtroopers, and I guess Talaran and Valhallan. You know, get them all. Legion of the Damned would be fun to paint. Oh, that'd be awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Legion of the Damned would be super fun to paint. I'm trying to think of what else. What else I would get? Uh, Probably. I don't know. I think the rest of the models, besides the old Imperial Guard and the Sisters, I don't think I'd get anything else that's old. I think they've done really good with the new sculpts, especially the new Chaos soldiers and the new Marines and the regular Marines, Primaris and otherwise. I think they did a good job. I'd probably get an old Eldar Warwalker. That'd be kind of cool to add into the mix of an actual Eldar army. Maybe an old Tyranid here and there, and a Tyranid swarm, like one of the old Screamer Carnifexes. Although they're so tiny, I'd turn them into probably Tyrant Guard. Oh, oh goodness, tiring. Not painting, just this week. I will say, the one good thing I had was is that leave was approved and they didn't bother me. Like I would have came in anyway if they told me, "Hey, we really do need your help." I would have came in and not anything else. Uh, if there are Eldar, are there Nodler too? No, no. So there's Eldar, there's Dark Eldar, there's Orcs. Oh, damn it. And hell, actually, now that I think about it, the original Rogue Trader, I think it was just Eldar, Orcs, Marines, Imperial Army. I don't think was around Rogue Trader. if it was like on the wings. Uh, Trying to think of what else was around. I mean, it was kind of the Wild West. I mean, there were actually there were some old second edition Necrons kicking around that I saw, destroyers and warriors and all that stuff. Let's dry this off real quick. Trying to think of what else was around during the Rogue Trader edition. I honestly don't know because I was barely born. I was born in '86, and I think Rogue Trader was 83, 84, something around that area. So there's interesting different interpretation of. So it's interesting uh, how different settings interpret Lord of the Rings races differently. Yeah, I mean, I, if you really want to talk about like the beginnings of a lore, right? I mean, there's uh, um, we're all still playing on J.R.R. Tolkien's playground. You know, it's just now the Eldar in 40K are called Eldari and Drakiri. Um, uh, and this is really for licensing. It's for copyright purposes. Um, because that's all it. Because honestly, that's all it is copyright. Like Games Workshop has relabeled everything uh, because of the copyright stuff. So like the space elves that were called the Eldar are now the Eldari. The orcs are still called orcs. They were called space orcs. Now they're just called orcs with a K. Um, the Space Marines are now called the Adeptus Astartes because they couldn't copyright Space Marine. Um, the Imperial Guard is now called the Astra Militarum because they couldn't copyright Imperial Guard. Adeptus Custodes was copyrighted. Sisters of Battle now is considered the. They were called Space Orcs. Yeah, yeah. So originally orcs in 40K were called Space Orcs with a K. Um, it wasn't. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't the best of name branding. So they dropped the space and just put orcs. Um, uh, I can't remember what codex it showed, but it was just this orc charging over this hill, and it said "Space Orc." It's pretty damn funny. Um, no, no, Space Orcs is better though. Uh, yeah, clearly Games Workshop marketing thought otherwise. I want Space Orcs. Uh, Fuck. Alright, too much. That's okay. Small mistakes. I'll just use this to... We'll use the white to clean it up a little bit. But yeah, the uh, Necrons are still called Necrons. They were able to copyright that. The Tau is now called the Tau Empire because they couldn't just say Tau. Um, uh, what else? The Tyranids, they were able to copyright those guys. Trying to think of what else was able. They were able to copyright Chaos Space Marines, or now they call it Heretic Astartes, just to make sure completely that they could that it's um, able. They were able to copyright Demons of Chaos. Uh, Trying to think of what else they've renamed since. And really, this big renaming copyright push was shortly after I think seventh edition dropped, where they really pushed out copywriting. Um, and I don't know what spurned it. I don't know what drove the issue, but I have a feeling someone got burned up at GQ, up at Games Workshop, up at GW, and they were just like, okay, no more. We're not gonna we're not gonna lose our IP because we can't name it. So so I figure that's what happened. I have a guess. I'm not certain, but I think that's what happened. Someone got burned up at GW's HQ, and they realized they couldn't copyright something. Have I seen the Chronicles of Riddick? Yes, I have seen the Chronicles of Riddick. I've actually seen um, Pitch Black, Dark Fury, which was the animated series of Riddick. Um, then uh, what's it called? Um, what was it called? God, Lord. Then Chronicles of Riddick, the actual movie. Am I correct that Chronicles of Riddick was like a Warhammer 40k movie? Um, I mean, it's a similar genre. It's science fiction. It's high science fiction. Um, with the serial numbers filed off. Don't get me wrong. 40k, style or similar movies, or like you could consider Equilibrium to be like a pre 40k movie. Um, you could consider The Matrix, right? to be a 40K movie esque. You could consider. I mean, a lot of people think Event Horizon is a perfect example of what the warp would be like without a Gellerfield, like minus the whole demons eating your soul. It's like oh well, the Event Horizon's like a glimpse into the warp. Like this is how humanity first discovered of the warp's existence, kind of a deal. Uh, all 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 very valid ideas and points. So I'm not knocking those points of view. I think it's great, but there's not a true 40K. Hey Jaina, also very good. Uh, Also a very good Doom movie. Yeah. So I actually watched Doom with the Dwayne the Rock Johnson when he still went by the Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Uh, God, that's such a cheesy movie. Um, it's really sad that it's so cheesy. But yeah, it was such a bad movie. Doom movie. I meant Event Horizons is a good Doom movie. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Event Horizons is a good Doom movie. Um, a Doom esque style movie. Uh, yeah, no. Actually, it's a really good like cheesy but still great Constantine. That's a good B-rated. Like you want to talk about some B-rated movies? Constantine is a good B-rated movie. Keanu Reeves just is, mwah, just beautiful. It's a wonderful B-rated movie. Actually, what would be considered a good Warhammer esque for like Warhammer 40K movie is Starship Troopers. Now that I come to think of it, Starship Troopers is a great um, Warhammer esque 40K style movie. Um, uh, but it's more of a like it's that propaganda style film uh, of like the day in the life of an Imperial Guardsman. Uh, but instead of fighting the bugs, obviously the bugs are similar to the Tyranids, right? Uh, but it's more just everything. Um, Trying to think of who else. What else is a good like 40K esque movie? There's really not a lot that spring to mind. Just because there's I wonder if Mutant Chronicles would be a good 40K. So I've never watched the Chronicles. Never have. And this is the first time I've heard of it, aside you mentioning it on the stream. Um, is it a Hungarian movie? Only played the RPG. Okay, so it's based off of an RPG. Okay, all right. Because I know that there are some good science fiction movies outside of the United States that are made. It's an American. I've never heard of the Mutant Chronicles. Huh. Okay, that's too much. I'll just have to clean it up with some white. Uh, this rip off 40K. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine when it comes to it. I've never heard of it. Never have. There's so many RPGs that I've have yet to play, that I think I would enjoy, uh, amazingly. But yeah. Just painting this up. I'm gonna have to clean up the shadow work here, with some white, but hopefully, because it's kind of blotchy right now. I'll bring it up to this camera because, got it. By the power of my thighs, I recovered it. As you can see, some of the shadow work's a little blotchy. I don't know if I can bring it down to this camera. You can see it. Maybe if I tilt her up. So the back is better, but the shadow work here is kind of blotchy. So we're gonna clean it up a little bit with some white. Oh, and the dark parts that we're using is a Mechanicus Standard Gray for the dark parts. Eh. I wish I was able to have music in the back, but because of Twitch's DMC stuff, they no longer do music in the background. Even the lo-fi, like the chill stream stuff, can actually get me banned. One of those product photography boxes that allow you to illuminate those things. Anyone can play music at home. No, I mean on the stream. So like, uh, um, if it like music actually on the stream. If I can get one to link my painting comp, if I can get one to link my painting competition wings, can I send it to you and rate it? I'll DM you on AFG Discord if that's the best way. Yeah, send it through me through a private one. I would love to see it. Yeah, but if you played music, I couldn't play music for myself. Ah, okay, I see. I see. Well, some people they want to be entertained and have the chill streams and all that stuff. They want the chill music beats. How did I pull this off? How did I pull it off the first time around? Yeah, I made it thin. Is there a soundtrack for 40K? There is a YouTube series that took the uh, rips off of um, Dawn of War and let me find it real quick. Um, and uh, made a compilation. Yeah, it's called the channel is called Imperatoris Dominum, and he made um, uh, Hammer of the Emperor and a few other videos, um, kind of as a slideshow. Uh, that's really good. As requested for your stream. Oh, oh, that's really cool. That's a night haunt. Yeah. Let me move this and no, I want no. Okay, it's not gonna let me share it. Copy link. Hope maybe I can post it on my end and hopefully. Let's see if people. Ba ba da ba ba. I'm assuming that's Night Haunt, correct? That Fenris that you painted. Yeah, caps. I'm assuming that's Fenris. Or sorry, I'm assuming that's a Night Haunt Banshee. It was about 8 years ago. Um. Oh well, if that's 8 years of you painting, god damn, I can't wait to see what you've done. What you've done now. This shit's impressive. I forget. Do the Night Haunts have clear flying bases? It's probably how it looks like it's floating. That one's on one of the square fence. Oh, so it's probably has like a plastic grave headstone connecting it down to the ground. It doesn't have one of those flying bases, the flying square bases. I know the thing you're talking about. All right, the shadow work on her is done. We're just gonna clean up the back real quick. Ooh, just refresh that real quick. Now, paint area is dry. Bound away. Shallow, shallow brown, bound away to leave you. And just dab to get rid of the excess. Ba ba da ba, ba ba da. Almost done with the shadow work on her. We'll do some final touch-ups, and then we'll move on to the next model. And the big thing is that it's a game of inches, really, when you're painting. Um, I mean that with no pun intended. You know, obviously, because Warhammer game of inches. Haha, funny, haha. Um, but it's true. Uh, it is a game of inches when it's when you're painting, because you don't want to overdo it, right? You just yeah, and I just did overdo it. Damn it. That's why that's why you dab. Um, but you don't want to overdo like uh, the work. You, you mean I envy all those speed painters that actually like. I'm in the middle of a CSO game. There was an undead model I enjoyed from. It's really enjoyable working with inks. I haven't been painted since then. Plus, I'm a UK British esports. Uh, so things are more expensive over here too. Are you you're with the British? How'd you end up on an Air Force server? Or are you seconded to the British Army and are a double agent? I mean, it don't matter. I mean, the Air Force gaming is I served with the British Army since Kobo, but we have uh, but since Code Bowl, we have bound our communities in friendship. Ah, okay, all right, all right. Yeah, I remember Code Bowl. Commissar finding double agents in chat. All right. Okay. Shadow work is done on her. All right. So there we go. There's the there's the there's the back. As soon as I'm able to get this in the camera. Let's see if we can't flip. Oh, okay. Oh my lord. Here's her front. There's that back piece. There's that side, the shoulder. Dankeschön. And there she is. So like I said, shadow work, trying to make sure that the shadows all work and whatnot. Alright, and turn on the sun again. It sounds like heresy. There we go. Okay. That makes sure. Just my nose decided to explode. Oh God. Oh, tired. That's another thing you guys should not do if you do end up painting like very detailed models. Try not to paint while tired. I mean, there's no way around it for me. Like I could try and paint on stream, um, when my children are running around and whatnot. Uh, and it'd be damn near impossible. Because, like, I got to keep an eye on Brianna, I got to keep an eye on Morgan. You know, my wife needs a break occasionally, too. So, it's a lose-lose, no matter how you cut it. Alright, now we got to find a multi-melta that was done. That's the tricky part. Let's see if there is one up here. I don't believe there was. No, those are all Sisters Repentia. Got to teach them how to paint models, then you won't have to do it either. No. I still want to paint models. Don't get me wrong. It'd be awesome, just awesome, if my daughter wanted to paint models. Like, I'd probably cry, to be quite honest. If she wanted to get into 40K, much to the chagrin of my wife. But yeah, it's a if she wants to, she wants to. If she doesn't, she doesn't, kind of a deal. I think maybe I've got one in here. The problem is that you have to find one. It's already done, or at least similar. See, this guy did amazing work. Oh, no, well, here it, no, that's not it. That's not it either. Damn it. Oh, that's not it either. God damn it. Am I striking out? Really? Aha! Nope, that's not it. Is it? No, yeah. That's not it. Damn it! Oh. And then you run into this problem where you can't find a... Oh, maybe. No. No. Alright, well... Looks like we're freeballing this one. And I'm free! Freeballing! And that's a DMC. Strike and take down. Trying to see what everything else has. It's a hit and miss. Yeah, there's nothing on there. Yeah, there's nothing there. And then those are Seraphim. Yep, Seraphim. Damn it. All right, cool. I'll just have to make do. Make do. All right, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I just want to make sure everything else is going there. Okay. Well, seeing as we're kind of going off the breeze on this one, what we'll do is just mimic as best we can. What's the back here? Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of folds in this cloak. It's gonna be interesting to paint this one. I'm gonna need some water. Oh my. Oh. Stretch. All right, I'll be right back. We're gonna take a quick 5-minute stretch just to shake out the muscles, the muscles. Be right back. All right. And I'm back. All right. And don't drink the brush water. You're not a real. That has happened before. Not to me, but I know people who've accidentally drank their tea water and it looked like brush. It looked like a brush water when it looked like their tea. They just absentmindedly pick it up, and now they've got a Games Workshop paint in their gut. Good thing it's non-toxic. But I've known it to happen before. I actually had one guy post a picture, not on YouTube. This was on Facebook and not on Discord, but it goes tea water paint water. You decide. And you're just like, I don't know. Boop, 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 boop. Boo-ba-da-boo. I keep painting. Try and get this nice shade work going. And whatever we dork up or mess up, it's good because we can just recover. On the back end. Make sure to get the sleeves as always. go. Give it a little bit more. Just a paintbrush. There we go. Did the front. By the way, I hope everyone has seen The Mandalorian. That was an amazing series. Like it just ended. The season finale ended yesterday. So if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to talk about it. But, whew, oh, my body was ready. Oh man, just from start to finish. No, Algie, you need to see it. Oh my God, it's amazing. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but God, it's so good. Oh man, it was so good. I can't hear you, but I know you're telling me based just you can't hear me. I can't hear you, but I know what you're telling me based on your gestures. Well, I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm not spoiling anything. Why can't you hear me? Oh, did you mute me? So I wouldn't spoil. I can hear you now. Yeah, no, it was really good. I unmuted you. Okay, all right, good. No, it was really good. You need to see it. Once you get Disney Plus, oh, it's just mwah. Ah, I cried. I cried. I'll admit it. I had a tears of joy, and it was like that season finale was literally from the gas pedal go nonstop. I will say that. I will get it in 1 or 2 months. Oh man. Oh, it's a long. First, I got to get HBO Max, then Disney. Okay, yeah, yeah. I mean, priorities, priorities. All right. I can't believe we're back into the 1910s. Yeah, it's really good. Oh my God. Jaina, you saw the last episode? Did you, Jaina? Just yes or no. You don't even have to tell me. I don't even know if anyone learned about this back in the day in Hollywood. The studios used to own theaters. Oh man, no, it was such a good ending to season two. Uh, and if you're a kind of the old school expanded universe, okay, good. So if you're one of the old school expanded universe, like this was just an ode to them. It's just oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good for you. Just amazing. And the U.S. government has to make a law to break these vertical monopolies apart. Yeah, no, yeah, the and now we have the same shit with streaming. Yeah, no, there are a lot of unfortunately monopolies or single source areas. Like in the U.S., it's really bad in the U.S. where if you live in, let's say, uh, a Comcast area, right? Northeast is Comcast. Um, you can't get uh, you can't get um, uh, Google. Google Fi or Google Fire, whatever the hell the Google Internet is, Google Fiber, I think. Um, you can't get that in a Comcast area because they have a no compete order. So you have a monopoly without being a monopoly, and you have internet companies carving up fiefdoms um, uh, to where they're the single source provider, so that way they can charge whatever price they want and all that stuff. The thing with Netflix and um, Disney Plus and HBO and Hulu um, is that um, how they get away with it is that they're like, no, we're a TV channel. That's how they get away with having a single source um, system. Is that they're saying, well, we're a streaming service and we have movies and we have shows, but we're like a TV channel, except you can control the programming, kind of a deal. That's how they justify streaming services. Um, and like them not being broken up because, well, yeah, we're not a monopoly because we have Disney and we have Hulu and we have HBO Max and Amazon Prime. So yeah, we're not a monopoly. Honest. Now wait a minute. Then Mandalorian could be on TV here. Um, no, because it's a streaming service exclusive. That's how they justify. Like we have TMC and all that. Yeah, no, no. So Mandalorian will never be on TV. It will always be a web-based service. Um, any show that is generated by web-based, for example, like The Witcher on Netflix, will never be on TV. We have Disney Channel here. Yeah, but it won't be on Disney Channel. It would never be on Disney Channel. Um, uh, Witcher will never be on any sort of platform outside of Netflix. Um, uh, any platform specific internet show like The Witcher or The Mandalorian or Castlevania, you name it. Well, then it's not TV. Yeah, but here's the thing: it's legal fiction. Okay, how Netflix how Netflix controls its product is it's saying it is a TV channel streaming service. Yeah. Yeah, and the same thing with Disney Plus and the same thing with HBO Max. They're TV channels. They just happen to have other deals with other movies and shows and all that stuff. Um, to have them on their platform. So that's how they get away with um, having exclusive shows that don't air on TV because they're saying, well, you have to pay for the TV channel Netflix, but it's not on TV, it's on your console or it's on your computer or whatever the case is. It's actually really slick. It's quite interesting legal fiction to say the least. And the thing is, until recently, Netflix played ball carrying content. Otherwise, you couldn't get in other places. Yeah, that's because they had a stranglehold on the streaming stuff. So what they did. So here's the thing, and this is what this is kind of. I blame Netflix, or I blame Disney for um, doing what they did to Netflix. Um, so we didn't have X. So like we didn't have X stream, and so it was on Netflix. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So okay, so this is what happened, right? Netflix was founded. It was the first streaming service, and shortly after Netflix was Hulu, or maybe it was Hulu then Netflix. I can't remember what the streaming service was that came first. And then, so those were like the two. And then Crackle came out and died. Crackle was like a internet streaming service, but it focused on later shows, on earlier shows like your Exo Squad, your Hanna Barbera TV series, cartoons, all that stuff. Um, they had the Roughnecks animated series on there. Trying to think of who else they put on there, but still, they had that, right? And um, Disney didn't want to risk launching a streaming series, a streaming service. I have that on DVD. I know, a streaming service that um, uh, and spend all this money on getting certain rights and whatnot. Now they wouldn't have to spend a ton of money because they owned a lot of the IP, like Marvel and Star Wars and all that stuff. Um, I have the Roughneck show on DVD. Yeah, no, man, it's just it was a good show. It was a good series. So was Exo Squad. Um, but anyway, so they were very leery about starting a streaming service. So what they did is they turned around and gave Netflix the rights to stream their stuff. And it wasn't until hell, I think it wasn't until 2007. No, sorry, not 2007, 2017, 18, or maybe even early 19. Yeah, because Disney Plus was early 19, came out early 19. So like 2018 is when they started pulling their product line from Netflix because uh, they were like, no, we're done. We're gonna make Disney Plus, and this was a good proof of concept. Um, and you guys made us a ton of money, allowing us to stream on your services, and we're gonna pull everything. You're gonna keep some of the stuff on there because of contract purposes, but everything else is getting pulled. That's why I like the live action of Disney. All the live action Disney movies are now on Disney Plus. Um, uh, what else is on Disney Plus now? Most of the old Disney shows are on Disney Plus. Um, like basically anything archival and or new. So anything nostalgic or new is on Disney Plus now, and Netflix doesn't have anything on that's Disney related, or if it does, it's on there because of contractual obligations, and that's it. Um, so Netflix has had to scramble to make independent shows outside of Disney because they were using Disney to kind of help fund some of their stuff, and they did. They made The Witcher. Um, But yeah, Disney basically, I guess that's the moral of the story. Region lock will never go away. Well, it's not region locking. It's more brand locking, right? Region locking is that, oh, this is only a Netflix only area. This is only a Disney Plus only area. Um, like the reason why people can't get Disney Plus in like some countries now is because there's not a the contract hasn't been signed, or it's not legally approved yet through service internet service providers uh, slash broadcasting corporations inside their own sovereign governments. Yeah, but it's half the world. True, true. I'm not saying that region locking doesn't happen. It certainly does. But normally, if Disney Plus or HBO Max is region locked, then Netflix is as well. Um, or if Hulu's region locked, then other services that Hulu provides is region locked as well. All right, her shadow work is done. It's about to say not too bad. Let's rotate that up a little bit. Her shadow work is done. Get the back. All right. Where's her? There's her. And now, finally, her. She's going to be the most difficult because she's got a multi-melta, and she's in a very dynamic pose. Not that I don't mind dynamic poses. I think dynamic poses are cool. Just there's a lot of shadows involved. So I think she's going to be my last one of the night. I only did 3, but oh well. There's it's slow going when it comes to like really working. Plus, these models are almost done. Oh, did I miss one? Oh no, I didn't. Oh, thank God. I was gonna be really mad if I did. uh, Oh. Oy.
Hey, dude.
Oh, hi. Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, you sound horrible. Are you coming ill?
No, I'm just tired.
You're tired. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been
I know.
paint.
I mean, I hope I don't. I'm not, you know, ill.
Well, you sound like uh you sound very very cracky. So
Oh, it's been a long week.
yeah, you and me both, sister. You and me both. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm currently painting
What are you painting?
the sisters
Ah, nice.
because I've got hold on one two three. Well, the shadow work I'm almost done with the ones that were like half painted, like not always not fully finished. I still got to
Mm,
paint their eyeballs and touch up their hair and do all that stuff, like minor touches, and then highlight their armor. But that's like
yeah.
stupid easy. Um, but like the one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Yeah, fuck. One, two, three, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, I got 19 that need like paint and um, uh, like major paint colors like steel, gray, all that stuff. So Neve
Yeah.
has joined us, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, if you don't know who she is, she's a lovely person who paints lovely things for money.
Yeah. Right now, I am working on getting a model done for my portfolio. I'm pretty sure you saw some like the hair stuff that I was doing
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for my masters. Well, originally it was going to be like a model, but I decided to focus in on the hair thing for the project. I've decided that now, it's Christmas break. I'm just going to work on that model so I have something for my portfolio.
I thought you were done with that project.
I am. That's why I'm deciding to do this out of my own time.
Ah, okay. All
That's why
right.
I said I was going to, that project was just me working on hair. It was originally going to be a model. So I'm deciding to do the model in my own time for my portfolio.
Oh, gotcha, 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 gotcha. Um, yeah, um, how much longer do you got? I mean, I know you said this semester just started, but how much longer do you got for your MA?
Till next September.
Oh, so you're like almost at the finish line.
Next September.
Yeah, it's only a
Well,
year.
yeah, yeah, a master's is only a year.
I thought you had like another like 2 3 years left.
No, that's a BA. A master's is, so I've already done my BA,
Yeah, yeah,
which was
yeah.
in computer animation. A master's is just 1 year.
Oh, well, I hope you finish.
Me too.
No, no, no. I said I hope you finish this piece that you're doing. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. I know you're gonna finish school. It'd be really shitty if you didn't.
So I hope you're finished. And like, yeah, me too, but hope nothing insane happens.
No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Um, I was talking to Algie
Yeah,
about because he's on the chat. He's on the text chat. Uh, so he is upset that the orcs used to be named space orcs and are now just regular orcs. He was very distraught about that. Uh, and then we were talking about Disney Plus and the end of the Mandalorian.
I
Have you?
haven't seen it yet. Do
Okay,
not
all right.
spoil.
I'm not gonna spoil. I'm not gonna spoil. I promise.
I've heard that people don't know if there's going to be like a third season though.
They should be Spaceworks. Look, man, hey, Rogue Trader was a wild time for Games Workshop history. I mean, they made some models that will never ever see the light of day ever again.
And for good reason.
What'd you say?
And for good reason.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that they shouldn't remake them. It's just a wild time.
Some of them though.
Huh?
Some of them though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
The problematic would be an understatement.
Yeah. 1 second, I need to go stare at some shoes to figure out how they work.
Shoes?
Shoes!
You don't know how shoes work?
I'm sculpting shoes.
I could send you. Wait.
Shut up.
You've got pictures of shoes from
That's
me.
what I'm getting.
Oh, okay. All
yes,
right.
but not from. I am getting pictures of shoes so I can look at them as references so that I can sculpt shoes.
Okay, all right.
That is how I am figuring out how they work.
I'm sorry. It's just
Kevin.
Look. I am a caveman when it comes to like the stuff that you do. So, like when you say, "Oh, I need to figure out how shoes work," I just like in my brain, like the concept of shoe. You don't know how that works. What? That's how it translated. Again, you're dealing with someone who's slightly Neanderthalic.
Smooth brain Kevin, everyone.
Hey, I just need to lose like 3 or 4 2 or 3 more inches off my waistline and lose about 10 to 15 pounds, and I will be himbo. So, by the way, what was your rant about Malik?
It wasn't even a rant. It's just, he is wanted for himbo crimes.
But why Malleus Darkblade? I don't see him
because he's a himbo.
He is definitely not a himbo. Hold on, time out. Himbo is dumb and good looking. That is himbo.
Yes, he is both.
Oh, sorry. Himbo is dumb, good looking, and has a has a kind heart or a good personality. Malleus Darkblade may have 2 of the 3, but not the 3rd.
I don't care. That's why he's wanted for himbo crimes.
Okay, all right.
He's a criminal himbo.
He's a criminal himbo. Okay, all right.
It's kind of like I like how whenever like I turn around and say that anyone from Warhammer Fantasy is a himbo, someone gets angry at me for it.
No, I just want to make sure that we have an established canonical definition of himbo.
It's like recently my friend Crimbo. No, I'm pretty sure that's just what we call Christmas here. Crimbo.
No, that's cringebo.
No, Crimbo.
Oh.
We call it Crimbo. But so that rant that you just kind of went off there reminded me of recently. I called Techless a himbo, and my friend went off on one, Freddie, where he was just like, "Do words mean nothing to you?" And so, of course, it only encouraged me to continue calling Techless a himbo.
To do words mean words matter. Words matter.
Words do mean stuff to me, and I'm using them to tell you.
You're telling them wrong.
Nope. He's a himbo.
Oh my god.
Listen, Fucking Teclis, if he makes a sandwich, he'll probably doom like, I don't know, 50 goddamn countries. He's smart, but he's really dumb.
What? No, he's. See,
He's
okay,
book smart.
this is what I don't understand about Teclis. He knew Malekith was going to be the heir apparent to the Phoenix Crown, and yet he didn't say fuck all
For years.
for years. Like, he could have ended the Dark Elf and High Elf Civil War.
Yep.
Like, what was it? Before Karl Franz took the throne of Reichland.
Yep.
Hell, I think before Lewin Leoncoeur became king of Bretonnia.
Yep.
I think he found out right before the High Elves ran into the Bretonians. I don't remember what year that is in the imperial calendar, but I know it was like around that time.
Yeah.
So,
But he didn't.
but he didn't. He just sat there and was like, "Oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna wait till the end times to tell him." You jackass!
Fucking himbo.
Like,
That's why
if I
recently I got his ass in fucking Warhammer. What's it called? Total War. They set 10 dragons onto him.
oh, you did. You
I
did.
did a highly chaotic run of just nothing but dragons. I was broke as fuck, but it was funny as hell.
Yeah,
You just
Dragon
ever
Doom.
watched several dragons chase Teclis around a field?
Yeah, Dragon Doom stacks
You wanna?
are fairly effective.
Well, I don't think much can, really get in the way of 20 dragons.
Steam tanks. Steam tanks can. Oh, thank you, JT Murdoch, for following. I appreciate it. Steam tanks can stop dragons. Um, Hippogriff knights can stop dragons.
Although there were none of these when I came for Teclis's ass.
Oh no,
I,
yeah,
I,
like.
I remember showing the Doomstack to my friend, and they were just like, "Get him, get his ass."
What's up? Just dropping by from the Air Force Discord, trying to show some other streams from Loves. What do we got going on here? I am painting Sisters of Battle
From
models.
Warhammer.
Old, out of production Sisters of Battle models that you can't get anymore unless you buy them off of eBay at fantastically gross prices.
Pretty much.
Am I lying, Neve? Like, come on.
That's why I said pretty much.
Oh, okay. Well, you were snorting at me. It's just.
I agreed with you.
Ah, love you, Neve.
Bully.
I'm not a bully. How dare you?
Bully.
Anyway, so.
This is the Kevin Bully's Neve stream.
Oh no, nonsense. So I'm doing shadow work on this Sisters of Battle, and this is one of the final products. And here, I'll take it up to the main camera, because the shadow work that I've inherited this army from is just amazingly done. Just rotate. So as you can see, the folds in the cloth and in the cloak is amazingly done, and I'm trying to copy it because I did not. I purchased this army off of someone who was like, "Hey, I'm running into hard times. Um, uh, I like your channel. Do you want some sisters?" And I said yes, and he quoted me a price, and I said absolutely. um, so the only promise I made to him, or sorry, the one promise I swore to him was is that I would finish the color scheme. And ooh, actually, I'm gonna show you this banner, Neve. I found it the other
I
day.
haven't. I can't look at stuff right now because I'm in the middle of modeling in ZBrush.
Oh, okay. Well then, I won't crash your system.
Yeah,
And
please don't.
I'll,
Almost did it earlier
I'll,
whilst we were talking. I was
uh,
like,
I'll show the stream one of the banners that this guy did, and he did this freehand.
oh,
Just,
I think you've shown me that before
just the
anyway.
mad lad that he is. Let's rotate that sun lamp so that way you get a better picture.
Ah,
And then, of course, we'll pull out the old model of Saint Celestine, which I still love. I still love the old model of Saint Celestine. I don't mind the new one, uh, but I love the old one. The old one's just delicious. Because I think it was just so well done. The jump pack is a bit of an ass if it gets knocked off the backpack. Um, but I wish they had released it in a plastic before they discontinued it. So yeah, that was his work. That was his artistry. So the only thing I'm doing is mimicking and and painting. Um, so that's the only thing I'm doing. I'm fulfilling a promise. Um,
what are you going to
so
say? I am fulfilling the prophecy.
yeah, I am doing what the emperor instructs me to.
The prophecy must be fulfilled.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. We're just painting. We're painting some Sisters of Battle, Adeptus Sororitas. Uh,
I'm making shoes.
God damn it, Neve. You are a national treasure. I just want you to know that. Like,
just not a U.S. national treasure.
no. You're a national treasure in the nation of Commissar Hecht's channel. That's how that works. I've co-opted you.
Did he ask my mum's permission?
As long as you're taken care of and fed, I don't think that's a problem, right? Speaking of taken out and fed, a little non
Yeah.
sequitur. Uh, uh, Jet Black Raider
Yes.
mice that she's got are just
Yeah.
so goddamn adorable.
Aren't they?
Oh God! Like normally, like I don't mind mice or rats, and like if they were there, right? If they were someone's pet, I wouldn't mind like holding them. But like those are just like the most photogenic pair of rodents. I think she's got what, two, three of them.
She's got 3.
She's got three. Yeah, the most photogenic pair of rodents ever.
It's a lot more than a pair. Then
Well,
it's a
couple,
triple.
a triple. Like you know what I mean. Like
Triplets.
yeah,
They're all sisters.
just so adorable. Um, and normally I wouldn't say that to like mice or rats. I'd say that to like rabbits. You know.
You certainly wouldn't say it to any of the rats that we usually deal with.
Well, yes, no, Skaven. Skaven, not pretty. Yes, yes.
God, imagine like really cute, fluffy Skaven though.
That would be horrifying.
Like there's this secret Skaven clan somewhere of just really, really cute, domestic looking Skaven.
This is the channel
And they're just
They channel their inner ooh woo. Oh
They're
God.
the,
Oh.
they're the high elves of Skaven.
Uh, I'd actually purge them a little bit harder than the other ones. I
They're
channel my
just
inner
trying to
salt.
be adorable.
I channel my
Okay,
inner salt spire. The ratsmen need to be purged.
they're just sweet rats, cute
No,
little rats.
no.
They're different colors.
Algae goes. This is how you get colonized. Oh Lord.
Mm,
But yeah, yeah, this is I've been just doing painting this stuff. Excuse me, they'd like to be pronounced Skaven. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it.
we don't care.
Uh, Speaking about Skaven, I tomorrow I'll be streaming. I'll probably be streaming all this week, just because I'm off. Hallelujah.
I won't be able to join tomorrow. I have to go see my aunt.
Oh, why do you say that like so cringy?
It's just that I have to go spend time with my family, who I haven't seen in 6 months.
No, 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 no. Like that should be celebrated. Like why you say that with full of dread and hate?
I didn't.
Oh, oh well, it came across like I have to go see my aunt. Ugh.
No, I just think that's just my general, disposition.
Oh, okay.
I'm just, I'm just so angry all the time. I'm like Malekith. I'm so angry.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm about to channel my inner Malekith with this damn snow that's coming in.
I hate snow.
I hate snow. No, I'm gonna send you a photo of. I'm gonna actually send it into the chat of like the snowfall that we've gotten. It's been snowing nonstop since Monday. Um, and I'm afraid that the metal struts that we keep our cars under aren't gonna hold any more snow.
Oof.
Like, if I hear some bending and creaking, I'm gonna have to move my car out into the middle of the road. That's if I could move it. Like I'm
Also, I
pretty sure I
posted
just
what
saw
I'm
someone
working on.
shove their friend into a tauntaun's guts just to keep him warm.
I've posted what I'm working on.
Oh, hold on. Is there are some cute ones. Cute. There is no such thing as a cute Skaven. It's actually impossible. Oh. Oh yeah, this is the character you were showing me.
Hmm.
Is she wearing shorts underneath the bell skirt?
No,
No.
no,
Or those pantyhose tops?
they're kind of like, um, you know, metal filigree toppings to her what's it called? Over knee socks.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I was just curious. It looks good. Oh God, what are you showing me, Algae? Yeah, that's still horrifying, my dude. Ah. Anyway, so how's what's it called? How have you been?
Wales.
Huh?
Wales.
No, no, no. How have you been with the I'd be totally friends with that guy. He'd give you the good shit. No. Now, how's been your vacation?
So far it's been pretty chill.
Yeah. Have you
Can't complain.
have you gotten anything done aside your portfolio stuff?
Um, Not really.
I mean, it's fine if you haven't. I mean, vacations are supposed to be like no pressure,
I mean,
relax.
yeah, I've done those commissions that people have seen me on, what's it called?
Discord and Twitch or Twitter.
What I do. But aside from that, I haven't done anything since. Reminds me, I need to plug in my Switch so I can play some Animal Crossing.
God, you are addicted to that game.
I'm really not, actually. I haven't played it in a while. That's why I said I actually need to plug in my Switch to charge it up, so I should play some Animal Crossing. I'm really not addicted to it, actually.
Well, you've been talking about it, so I thought you've been playing it a lot.
Nope, not recently.
How's your economy? I always hear like it's so weird to hear like the different economies and people like, man, this economy's so busted. I got to pay 84 bells for frickin' apples.
Mm,
So I'm just curious if you're experiencing broken economy.
no. I think they recently did some patches to that stuff. Sorry, I'm just like trying to get shoes done.
What shoes are you using?
I'm just trying to make some boots for this character.
Yeah, yeah. What boots are you? Are you doing period accurate or are you doing like high fantasy?
No, it's high fantasy because she's a D&D character.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I was just asking. I know you've done some period stuff.
Okay, now let's harden this.
Speaking of which, I can't wait to see your take on what we talked about for my character.
Still waiting on those references.
Which ones are you looking for?
Like I really need to know like kind of what armor you really want. I know what he's facial wise what you want him like, but you haven't shown me
Oh,
anything to do with
oh, oh,
armor,
oh, oh.
symbology.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
If
Well,
you
I
want
mean,
him in a church or if you want him on the trail,
it's.
weapons.
I don't like. It's just standard breastplate, really, that he wears.
Well, that isn't really standard breastplate
I
though.
know, I know. That's that.
When you consider
When you consider D&D, I know, I know. Or hell, when you consider anything that's like slightly medieval, because there's like different types of breastplate. Um, I'll really have to look. Like,
don't crash, please don't crash, please don't crash, please don't crash.
that's it. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Are you using your laptop, or did you bring your desktop home?
I don't have a desktop.
Oh, okay. I
I
thought
only have the laptop.
I thought you had a desktop.
Nope. I've never had a desktop.
Yeah, I thought you used a desktop for like all your schoolwork because it had
Nope.
a bigger processor and all that stuff.
Nope.
Oh, well. God, that laptop must be a champ then.
It's a gaming laptop.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm going to step away for just 2 seconds.
Hi back.
Okay. Did you just say hi back? Did you really just say that?
Yes.
God. All right. So to the tune of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, you know Vulcan and Ferris and Lehman and Horus, Jagatai, Lionel, Logar, and Corvus. But do you know the most nerdiest Primac of all? Magnus the Redskin
Magnus the
Skin
Redskins
Cyclops
Primarch.
had a really baleful eye. Oh my god. Yes. Yes.
I
Oh,
approve.
fantastic.
I approve of your goof, my dude.
Oh my lord. Thank you. Yes. Good old Magnus. Birdie boy him well, secondary birdie boy. Discount birdie boy. Because we
I
all
mean
know that.
that Corvus is pretty birdy.
Well. The big birdie boy that we're talking about is a Sanguinius. I would say in the hierarchy, it's
There's a lot of birdie boys because like also you have what's his name? Yeah, Corvus in the warp right now, turning himself into a whole bunch of ravens.
yeah. Because I say I've been posting this around the category. Oh no, it's amazing. That is that is some solid stuff right there, good sir.
I
Let's see.
approve.
No, I think Birdie Boys. The hierarchy would be Sanguinius, or if we're talking, oh sorry, if we're talking like bird themed uh,
Primarchs.
Primarchs, um, Corvus would be first, only because his literal legion is called the Raven Guard.
Yeah, like Sanguinius isn't trying to be bird themed. He just happens to have wings.
Yeah. Um. Uh. Sanguinius's dad emperor is Golden Hawk Boy. Yes. uh. Uh. Magnus the Red is chicken with benippled horns. Yes. Yes. Um. So yeah. Um. It'd be it'd be Corvus, Sanguinius, and then Magnus. And Magnus only gets points deducted because of the fact that he has nipple horns. I don't know any birds that have
Yeah,
nipple horns.
I was about to say.
If there are one, run, just run. They've defined Corvus as an emo. So okay,
No, he's Goth.
yeah,
He's
he's
Goth. It's the new Raven Guard that are emo. He
yeah
was always meant to be Goth. He's like Danzig, whereas what's his name? Cave on Strike is Gerard Way.
yeah. Angron is pissed. Angron's only upset because he has the butcher's nails in his skull.
He's
Like
only mildly upset.
I'm pretty sure that if you just pulled out the butcher's nails that kept his skull together, he'd be a pretty awesome guy. Like he'd be like,
Yeah, and the Emperor tried. The Emperor
yeah,
tried.
yeah. The emperor did try. It didn't work. Um, Perturabo was blue-balled for fortifying the palace. So, um, while these are all funny memes, right? Like when you get into the Horus Heresy, Perturabo and uh, Dorn, like the reason why Dorn was chosen uh, for maintaining the imperial city, and Porturabo was then snubbed, was because Dorn believed in measure, whereas and believed in conservation of resources, whereas Porturabo just threw people to the wall and, like I'm surprised he's not a demon primarch of Khorne. I really am not, because he is his whole thing is siegecraft and like attrition by number. Um, whereas whereas Dorn is conservation of resources through attrition by number. It's like the opposite end of the coin, if that makes any sense. Um, so that's why he got snubbed. Um, because both are good siege experts, just um, one happens to conserve where the other one just chucks bodies at you. It's like, well, the first wave didn't work. Hiya! Send in the second. Rogel had a bigger capacity for rage than Angron. I mean, yeah. I mean, him sending his men into the fight against the word bearers, not the word bearers, the Iron Legion's homeworld. Probably not the best idea. Definitely
I mean,
not.
he knew it was a trap
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. It's like, my dude, you knew it was a trap. Why? Like the
because he was trying to teach them a lesson or something.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Like
He was having a big brain moment, clearly.
galaxy brain moment. No, no. Like he knew it was a trap, and he just wasted people. Just wasted people. Um, the biggest issue I have with Dorn is that he knew there was a better way of doing it, and he decided to use the front door. He's like, oh yeah, this won't be a waste of Imperial resources for 5,000 years later. You know?
Yeah.
Although I could say the same could be said for, yeah, the Black Templar are pretty unhinged too. I mean, Grimaldus was basically the fact that he managed to win uh, um, uh, Armageddon, or at least stem the tide of the orc flow at Armageddon, is I think it was just by chance alone. Lehman Russ is a furry. Nah. Like I again,
You got any takes that aren't like, the standard meme, my dude?
like I the thing about like the memes of 40k is that they are really pervasive. Um, you gotta look at something a little deeper than I'm just making jest. No, 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 it's fine, man. But understand that
We've heard them.
well, not that we've heard them, but like if you boil down 40k into the meme, no one like it kind of loses its meaning. Like the whole storyline of the Horus Heresy is supposed to be akin to the War of Heaven in the Abrahamic faith. Um, uh, and it's also supposed to be the war of the gods and the titans, where like all the deities of like Zeus are capricious, like every Greek deity. Lehman was the emperor's executioner. His Kim fits into whatever the role was they needed to be at the same time. Well, so Russ wasn't the emperor's executioner.
Yeah, he was.
Horus just made him that way.
Nope, he was executioner. That is correct.
Really?
Yeah,
Because I thought I
that's
thought
the law.
That is lore friendly because I thought that I
Yep, that's the law.
well
That's literally how he's described.
really because I thought
Hmm.
I thought Horus made him the Emperor's executioner. That's why he
Nope,
went.
he was already the Emperor's executioner before that.
Oh, okay. Which book did they talk about that?
They literally talk about it like all of the time. Like in any of the books, he's
Oh,
always
really?
referred to as the Emperor's. Yeah.
Oh. It's been a while since I've read them, so like I. It's funny that that he's considered the Emperor's executioner, and yet his legion goes out of their way to save Imperial citizens. Like next to the Salamanders, I don't know any other Imperial. I don't know any other.
Raven
Uh,
Guard also.
what?
The Raven Guard also. They care a lot about conserving Imperial citizens.
Really? I see. I didn't know that.
Yes, because so when they were first founded, like they were founded out of Corvus literally being a fucking freedom fighter, trying to go against a police state.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, an executioner won't work for free. Yeah, no. I don't know any other Imperial chapter or Legion at the time that actually gave a shit more about asides the salamanders and the wolves. But yeah, I didn't
Man, the
know.
Raven Guard care a lot.
Yeah, I didn't know about the Raven Guard. Good to know.
That's why when I actually got into 40k for the first time, the Raven Guard were actually one of my favorites.
The one thing I don't understand is so uh Gilliman made the 500 Worlds of Ultramar, right? And
Hmm.
that was supposed to be Imperial Secundus, right? Or Imperium Secundus. But like, and everyone was like poo pooing Gilliman for doing that. But like, um,
What other choice did he have?
yeah, well, not only what other choice did he have, but Lionel Johnson before The Rock blew up, right? He had
Hmm.
a sizable um, fiefdom. I don't think it was like 500 worlds, but it was pretty large. Um, and Sanguinius also had a fairly large fiefdom as well, if I remember correctly. Like it wasn't just Baal and Caliban that were under.
Oh yeah,
Um,
like a lot of them were conquerors. It was just Gilliman was known for being the best at it. He was definitely an empire builder,
yeah, but
though.
why give shit about it? It's just like, hey man, like it's like throwing a brick at a glass house. Well, you live in
Uh,
one.
uh, yeah, but like the reason people take an issue is because it's always the Ultramarines.
Yeah, but okay, so and this is something that I like I kind of wish people would back off of, right? Like I get it,
Mhm.
everyone hates the Ultramarines,
It's
or
not that they hate them, it's just
it's annoying. I get it.
imagine you ate nothing but blue icing. Like I like buttercream blue icing. It's great. I love it. But if you eat nothing but buttercream blue icing, you're gonna get sick. You
No,
know, it
no.
really makes the cake come together.
Yes,
But you can't have just a cake of nothing but buttercream blue icing.
no. I get it. I really do. I really 100% get it.
I'm taking this from personal experience, by the way. I have eaten a whole bucket of butter and I regretted it afterwards.
so my biggest thing about the Ultramarines is that One, you gotta step out of the story for a second. One, their Games Workshop's flagship icon, like the Space Marine, in and of itself was the flagship icon. They just happened.
Yeah, yeah, I know that. I'm just saying that, they could feature other
Sure, sure.
chapters for
Yeah,
once.
I know. But the thing that I'm getting at is that they, for whatever reason, Games Workshop Corporate chose the Ultramarine as their icon for the company. Hell, when I went to Harvard Square in Boston, or sorry, in Cambridge, when I was still going through high school and college, like it wasn't like there was a sign that literally said, hanging off one of the buildings, saying Games Workshop this way, with an ultramarine pointing his bolter towards the direction of the store.
Yeah, like
uh,
like I know it's their brand. I'm just saying, can we have something more than the buttercream blue icing? I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying you can't live on buttercream blue icing alone.
no, I get it, I understand. I just like, I think that there's a lot of undue hate, and people forget that they're trying to run a business. That's
I
just,
think it's also though people are just getting fed up with the same thing over and over again
no,
when they
sure,
do have variety on offer.
sure, 100%, 100%. Um, I blame Matt Ward for Ultramarines Mary sued him. Um, I'm gonna break it to you, my dude. Ultramarines have been quote unquote Mary sued since the get go. Uh, Matt Ward didn't ruin them. He wrote some ridiculous rules, sure, uh, but he didn't ruin them. Um, uh,
I'm just gonna pop to the loo.
no, it's all right. I'm not one for um, I'm not one for picking sides, but like again, you don't we don't need to hate on Matt Ward because he did. I mean, he was paid to do a job, and he did it well. I mean, hell, I'm pretty sure if you were told, hey, you need to write yourself a codex for Games Workshop, you would make that codex the best thing ever, um, as best as possible, kind of a deal. You'd be like, oh yeah, sure, absolutely. Write a codex, sure. Make it about the Space Marines, cool. I'm gonna make all these cool rules. Like looking at it objectively as best as possible. I don't hate the Ultramarines in any way, but Gilliman meant uh, the Codex Astartes to be a guide, not a gospel. I mean, yeah, sure, but look at anything. Look at anything in the 40k universe. The Tactica Imperium is supposed to be a guide, not a gospel, but yet every Imperial Guard Commissar swears by it. The Infantryman's Uplifting Primer, or Handbook, now that it's called, is supposed to be a guide, not a gospel, and yet there's religious texts in the back of the book. Like, this is the undercurrent of extremism. Like the whole Games Workshop thing is about extremism in the mythos. Um, and the dangers of extremism. I mean, the emperor wanted to get wanted to get rid of extremism by doing away with religion entirely. Um, so yes, um, my my favorite in the Guardsman's uplifting primer is the Litany of Stealth. Yes, yes, like you got to remember that everything is self-parody in the 40k universe. It is self-parody to an extreme, to a delicious extreme. Uh, that's also extreme though. Um, but it's the truth of it, right? The emperor wanted to get rid of religion entirely and have a fully secular based society because he was trying to fight. There is no litany of stealth in the book. No, 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 there is. Oh, I think it's like litany of silence or something. Hang on. I've got it right here. Litany against the mutant. Fear incarnation. Smiting. Durability, appeasement, fallen comrade, main wound. I could have sworn there was one in a litany of stealth in here. Maybe it's in one of the older publications. They did change it, after all. Imperial Love Singer, Adulation. Catechism. Ah, yes, Prayer of Invisibility. That's the litany of stealth. The Prayer of Invisibility. I am darkness that surrounds me. I am the air that surrounds me. I am the land that hides me. I wait to strike. From darkness I wait to kill. Out of thin air I am invisible. I am silent death. That is the prayer of invisibility. And it is instructed it is instructed to be whispered while remaining hidden from the eyes of the enemy. And you are to do it uh, yeah, it's the prayer of the invisibility. So it is um, like I said, everything is self-parody in the 40k universe.
Are we still talking about the Ultramarines?
No, 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 no. I was taught. So what I was trying to get at, make my point is that everything is self-parody about extremism in the 40k universe.
Hmm.
Um, uh, we had just talked about how there's a literal prayer in the infantryman's handbook that is the prayer of invisibility, and you are to whisper this as you are trying to hide from the enemy. Um, and so like that's the take, and the reason why we got on this topic was is that uh, 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 Tirosh, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Takirosh was saying that Gilliman meant the Adeptus Astartes, or sorry, the Codex Astartes to be a guide, not a gospel. And what I was trying to explain or make my point is that every Taki. Okay. The the point I was trying to make is that every thing in the 40k universe is extreme to parody.
But yeah, like even the Bible itself was not meant to be really a gospel as it was a guide. So
So the so that's the whole reason of 40k. Like the whole thing is a message about extremism. Um, Now, whether you internalize that message of extremism is a different story.
yeah, there's
Um,
some people who it's completely lost on them.
yeah, some people it is completely lost on them. But but that's the uh, Danish Makiel. I don't know, or Danish Makiel. Uh, I don't know what that language is. I'm assuming it might be Philippines or um, uh, another Asiatic country. I'm not familiar with that. I wish I could talk to you, but Um, uh, thank you for the comment on Facebook. Basically, the imperial cult. The Lectitio Divinatis was Logar's fault. Basically, the imperial cult is following a book of a traitor. Yeah,
Yep,
again,
it's kind of funny.
it's not the parody, the self parody is not lost on um, uh,
Games Workshop.
on Games Workshop. It just happens
That's
to
the
be,
point.
yeah. It just happens to be. That's the whole message. So the whole thing that I'm getting at with Gilliman is that of course he's perfect, and whatnot, because he's supposed to be this self parody of the perfect statesman. All the Ultramarines are supposed to be perfect heroes because they're the self parody of a perfect hero. You know, um, and yet through all of this parody, there's this horrible realization that like the thing about the Imperium is that it's it's pretty awful when it comes to like um, the supposed heroes of the Imperium. Like you can't retire as a Space Marine. You can't you can't just be like, okay, well I've served my 20 years, I'm gonna get out. No, you're there until death. Um, and even then, if you die, you don't get a break because they're gonna shove you into a dreadnought and make you fight some more. And then if they can't shove you into a dreadnought, they're gonna lobotomize your brain and then turn you into a servitor, and you're gonna be slaved into a battle barge. Um, so yeah.
And that's not even like one of the worst fates when it comes to being in the Imperium.
Oh no, yeah, no. Being turned into a servitor after you die is not one of the worst fates. It's a pretty shitty one, but it's not the worst one. Um, like, cause you're dead. You're dead at that point.
Hmm.
Um, so I read Ian Watson's Space Marine, and the novel does a great.
Oh,
No, go ahead, Neve. You know what? You got this
Ian
one. You've
Watson.
got this one.
No, I'm just saying, Ian Watson. Yep. Great.
No,
Moving on.
no, Neve. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, like I do I really need to say anymore? It's Ian Watson.
Well, Algie's saying that he did a good job. If you want to comment, you can.
just Inquisitor. It's really bad. Really bad. Ian Watson is a weird sex goblin, and it becomes blatantly obvious when you read Inquisitor.
And yet he was published by Games Workshop.
I know. We've read his books for charity. Like, they're bad.
It's well, what's a little bit of spot between friends, you know? Oh man,
It's just.
did a good job of making it realistic. I bet he did. I bet he did.
Mm,
Being fed to the Golden Throne is pretty shitty. Yeah, yeah, that'd be terrible. Uh, from what I hear, Inquisitor Drago is featured in a really bad book. That is an
yes, by Ian
understatement.
Watson.
That is a horrific understatement.
All I have to say about that book is that Ian Watson is just absolute penis goblin.
Probably a really really talented writer, just focuses too much on certain things.
Hmm.
I mean, he got picked up by Games Workshop, and I'm just the
He
jackass.
published a book called Orgasm Machine,
I can't believe he still did that. Like,
talking about taking women and force them into sex slavery.
oh god, I can't believe he did that.
Yeah, I can.
Well, you read one of his books, so come on.
I've read 3 of his books. None of them are good.
The moment he puts his hands into acid and carves his own bones is an amazing scene. I'm gonna give it to you. Hmm. Cough, cough. Calidus Gene Stealer girlfriend. Cough, cough. Yeah.
Fucking Ian Watson's love quest.
Text to speech. Alphabus did a segment on him, right?
Yep, that's correct. On the first book.
Uh, have you? Oh! I actually do have something for you.
Hmm.
As soon as I get off stream, I'm gonna give it to you. Um, uh, well, the reason why as soon as I get off stream is because like I have to fiddle around with my computer to give it to you. It's I gotta compress a file for you, um, and I can't do that while I'm streaming. He did, and his
Right.
review was hilarious.
It's hilarious and accurate of how you should react to reading an Ian Watson novel.
Just as a reminder, my brother Alphabus does has some hilarious work. He does, but he doesn't do it alone. So
No.
he has like a team of creators, and they should all get some love. Um, but just as a reminder, this is a charity channel, a charity Twitch channel. We're doing One Up on Cancer. I will be streaming tomorrow, probably Vermintide or maybe Total War. It all depends on who's available.
I
And
will not be.
huh?
I will not be.
I know, I know. Well, you're visiting family. It's
Yeah.
fine. Like you're good. That is an acceptable answer.
Yeah.
Um, so text to speech, Emperor's text to speech is, I would say, decent about facts. um, the issue is that even Alphabus gets some stuff wrong, and Zarin has
Yeah,
to
but like
correct him.
you also need to take into account that it is meant to be a parody.
No, 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 no. I know that. I'm just saying. Um, I'm just saying that like people do use Emperor text to speech as a like a baseline guide for the lore,
Hmm.
and that's not the like you can, but just know that it is parody.
I have posted more.
All right, and that shadow work's done. Okay, and there we go. We got more shadow work done finally. Only took me 3 hours to get four Sisters of Battle done for shadow work. I think I'm actually starting to get better at it. Just flip that up real quick. There you go. There you go. Nice shadow work right there. I'm well aware that it's a parody, but it's obviously know and love the lore, and it's all in a confusing state. Yes, yes, lore is always in a confusing state. So that's going to be it for this episode, because it's already 1 o'clock over here. Um, and I don't know if we're going to sit and paint some more.
Is the missus telling you to go to sleep?
No, no, no. She's out like a light. So I don't know if we're going to sit and paint more. Um, uh, hopefully the road conditions are better, and um, we actually are able to do some stuff tomorrow. So we probably won't. I probably won't do anything throughout the day, and maybe do something at night. And then I hope we find out when my wife's holiday party um, gets moved to, because I was actually really looking forward to dancing with my missus. Um,
Oh,
no, I'm being serious. Like,
I'm not saying you're not being serious. That's why I'm saying, oh.
because like I said, we don't have a steady babysitter that we can like go off and like dance the night away, and they can watch the kids and all that stuff. Um, so it was like I was actually looking forward to having a date with my wife. you know,
I'm sorry, bud.
it's all right. It's okay. It's just the snow. I'll show you. Like I said, I'll take pictures of the snow and put it up on Discord. It's just gnarly. But anyway, if you guys like what you see, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Join my Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Donate to One Up on Cancer. The One Up on Cancer has decided to extend my donation window until I finish this donation goal. Now, I could retire it, and I probably will um, if we don't see any forward movement here in the next few weeks. Um, uh, and then I'll just start up another session. And for those that do donate, don't worry. You will get your one of you will get your the 10% raised, um, and yeah, we'll get that squared away. Um, anyway, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, join my Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.